Time is just gone 9:55 a.m. on the Juma edition of News and Views this morning. And it's time now to talk to Fareedah Moosa, who is an educator, an activist, an entrepreneur, and also part of the organizers of the Back to Ethics Institute. And we are talking about ethics, and I think this is absolutely critical. This is crucial because we know that in many aspects of society, ethics are actually lacking, and particularly when we look at what is playing out around the world, what is playing out in Gaza as well, the genocide, one can actually start questioning ethics in more ways than one, from a journalistic perspective, a medical perspective, from every walk of society. And this is the reason why this event is so crucial. And it's reminding us to go back to ethics. It's a community date. It is taking place on the 7th of September, which is next week at 9:30 a.m. So without much ado, let's link up with the one of the organizers, Fareedah Moosa. Sister Fareedah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome and jazakallah khairan so much for your time.
Wa alaikum assalam. Thank you so much for having me. It's a real honor to be here.
Well, I know you've been extremely busy, and I think from the first time you sent out this communication to me early in August. So I know there's a
True.
lot of work that is taking place in the background towards this event that is taking place next week. So if you could just provide us with a brief overview about this event and why, Sister Farida, this event is so important and critical.
Okay, so this event was inspired by one powerful truth that ethics should never be optional. Whether it's how we raise our kids, how we support Palestine, or how we treat others, doing what's right must be our foundation. The Back to Ethics initiative and Community Day is more than just an event, it's a movement. It's about reminding ourselves and each other that values like honesty, compassion, and courage still matter. Whether we are standing up for Palestine, for Sudan, for DRC, oppression in our own communities, ethical leadership starts at home. And this event is a space for everyone to reconnect, to reflect, to help each other, and to rise.
Yes, I think what you are saying is absolutely important because, ethics starts at home, and it actually starts, at a community level, at a societal level, at a local level. Because when one sees the unethical leadership right across the entire world, particularly now what we are seeing in the places like the United States of America, leadership in Europe as well, and South Africa over the years have had many, many personalities that have displayed ethical leadership in this country. And I suppose, just looking at what you intending to do as well, the people that are going to be the panelists in having this interactive dialogue as well, they have been chosen carefully because these are personalities that have displayed ethics, in more ways than one.
You know, it's so important that you said that. I was having a conversation with one of my friends last night, and she had said to me something that really stuck with me. And she said how freedom of speech has a price and a consequence. And we as South Africans are so fortunate because it's the people before us, our elders, that have fought for us to have that freedom of speech, that have fought for our democracy. And over time, there's been like a decline in the connection of the elders and the generation that we are in and the generation to come. And so, thankfully, we've been able to see just how, like, for example, Dr. Naledi Pandor led our country with the ICJ in a time where people feel like hope is all lost, to show that ethics and leadership still matter, that this affects all of us, that all of our problems and adversities are connected somehow. So we are very fortunate to have been able to connect with some notable, really notable and respected guests on our panel. I'd love to go through them with you. Can I introduce them?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, so we've got Dr. Naledi Pandor, who's a South African politician, an educator, and academic on our panel. We have Professor Stephen Friedman, a political scientist, author, and columnist. Mulana Ibrahim Bam, who's an Islamic scholar and activist, Irfan Mangera, a dynamic youth activist, educator, and civic organizer, Siva Naidu, who's an activist, social commentator, and founding member of the Active Citizens Movement, and Nonkululeko Ntambo, who works at the intersection of governments, civil society, and is also a writer. So we've got a really diverse panel from different areas of expertise and education and activism, and really notable people that we hope uh, others can, get inspired by and take inspiration from, and we can connect and engage and take this somewhere.
Well, I'm sure that engagement is going to be so useful. In fact, it's going to add a lot of value just with the list of panelists that you have described. And I mean, they all come from different backgrounds, but at the end of the day, the message is the same. That it's all about getting back to basics surrounding ethics as well. And I think this is the reason why, in fact, when you sent out the message as well, and talking about media to actually cover and promote this event, Etsalam Media, this is what we want to do as well. It's about ethics, it's about humanitarian journalism, which is at the core of our principles that we apply here as well. And that actually ties in very, very well. So I'm sure it's going to be a very useful event. And it is obviously open to the public, but also over and above the panel discussion as well. You're talking of a peace walk as well. And also just for families to basically get together. There's going to be some sort of a fete as well. So, and also, I'm just looking at all the various organizations, the logos, and all those that are basically supporting this event as well. Very, very encouraging, Sister Farida.
Yes, so I just must inform you. Initially, we had intended to have a peace walk, but due to there being another event of a similar nature on the day in close proximity to our event, that had to be cancelled. But what we have organized, inshallah, is a motorcade. So the motorcade will be starting around 9:30 in the morning. It's at the Zoo Lake. It's a family friendly day of solidarity. So bring your voice, your art, and your heart. Posters, banners, decorated cars. We want to show each other how love and support can be united in this cause. So yeah, we're all gathering at the Zoo Lake, and we'll be making our way from the Zoo Lake with this motorcade to Emerensha Primary. And at Emerensha Primary, that's where the rest of the day's events will happen.
Wow, in fact, I would say it promises to be quite a full day of activities as well. Let's just talk about this panel discussion. What is the format of this panel discussion going to be?
So it's around ethical thinking and ethical leadership. Obviously, right now, Palestine being one of the main causes of us to really reflect and have our support on it. But it's not just Palestine that needs our support. There's so many places in the world that are going through a genocide or oppression. I mean, look at DRC, look at Tigray, look at Sudan. And then just seeing how massive these causes are and atrocities and how it impacts us. So we're living in this digitized era, and thankfully it grants us access to so much information. But due to that, it's also like desensitized us, and the amount of trauma that we experience just by looking at these things through our phone. It's easy to disassociate, it's easy to get fatigued, it's easy to ignore these things just for your own mental health and well-being. But we need to find a way to work together, to persevere, to overcome, to keep these voices alive, to not ignore what's happening, and to help each other, if not for our sake, but for the generations to come. So
Absolutely. Hmm. I
yeah,
quite like
so
to
our
speak about
discussions.
generations to come. Sorry to
It's
just
okay.
cut you in there, but I think while you are talking about generations to come as well, because
She.
we are obviously in a generation that is so deep rooted into many other things, technology being one of them, AI as well, with all of that as well. And I think this is absolutely critical, because if we're talking about ethics and ethical leadership, we need to groom ethical leadership going into the future as well. And this is the reason why, you when you speak about the younger generation as well, this is absolutely important. This is crucial that we even encourage them to attend.
No, of course. Additionally, we were inspired by not only this cause, but a lack of leadership and accountability and just support in general for the youth in our communities. And this event was inspired to sort of help each other to build a community. So that young people, especially, can have a space where values like honesty, courage, and kindness are celebrated. So it's not just an aesthetic, it's not just a trend, it's something that we need to really take in ethics, ethical leadership, ethical practices. With ourselves, with our family members, with our friends, in our schools, universities, in the workplace. It affects us all, and it should be a core value to all of us. And so we're just trying to build a bridge to get us all to reflect on that, to learn from it, to unlearn, to break um, what's this generational cycles, and to move forward to build a stronger foundation for our future youth, our leaders, everyone that's to come from this.
Well, Sister Farida, I must say, from what you've just described, it actually promises to be a very dynamic event, and I'm sure people will benefit tremendously in
Inshallah.
attending this. Let's just talk about. I mean, are there any requirements for attending, or just people just pitch up?
Okay, so we're going to be having a fete. We've got a number of lifestyle and food vendors as well as Palestinian vendors. So please come show your support. We'll also be doing a charity activation. So we encourage everyone attending to bring their toys, which will be distributed either into Gaza, and whatever we can't get into Gaza will be distributed locally to charities and orphanages. So gently used toys, gently used books. It's so important for us to share knowledge and information. Old clothes that have been gently used. Let's work together. Let's build communities. Let's give back. Let's do and play our part. We also would like to bring attention to the Gaza Support Network, and we'll be having a speaker, I think Dr. Ismail Mita, on the day, discuss a bit more about that. But essentially, we are trying to gain support for those that are here in South Africa and abroad that are receiving medical treatment. So we have doctors that fly into Egypt and Jordan, they diagnose remotely and they assist these patients. But it's not just a matter of us providing help and support to them physically, but just to show up in love and in action and helping them, especially considering everything that these children and people have gone through. That it's really it's not a matter of race or religion. It's humanity, and it's something that we all are affected by and all should be part of.
Well, certainly, and again, just to reiterate, the Zulek, the motorcade, what time?
So it starts at 9:30, 9:30 for 10. And once everyone is gathered, they'll be making their way to Emerentia Primary. The panel discussion starts at 1:30, and it promises to be really engaging. So please make your way there. Come in your numbers, bring your families, bring your friends, come from far and wide. We are really looking forward to engaging with everyone on the day. It's a great opportunity for people to network, to connect, to find people that will inspire you, someone you can work with, someone you can learn from. So yeah, please, we hope to see everyone there.
Well, inshallah, we certainly will try, and we will do our best to be there as well, as from Salam Media as well, inshallah,
Yes.
to provide coverage for this event. But for now, All the best to you. I know it's going to be an extremely busy week,
Thank
tying
you.
up the loose ends as well. It's
Of
not
course.
easy organizing these events, and I'm sure you've been at it for a very, very long time together with the other organizing members, on the team as well. So, all the
Gee,
best to you, and Jazakallah so much for taking
thank you
time out
so
this
much.
morning.
Thank you so much. I must say I've got such an incredible team. Everyone is working together, everyone is doing their best. And what's really inspiring to me personally is that this is something that people are doing voluntarily. They've offered their services, they've offered products. So many people have really come through with their hearts, and we are so, so grateful.
Well, Jazakallah, their hearts, their souls, their minds, with everything. And
Gee,
have yourself a wonderful Jummah ahead as well, Farida. And
you too.
once again, we appreciate your time. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you so much. Wa alaikum assalam.
Fareedah Moosa, educator, activist, entrepreneur, and part of the organizers of the Back to Ethics initiative that is due to take place next week on the 7th of September, Sunday, 9:30 at the Zoo Lake Motorcade. And this panel discussion, and just to reinforce, Kanita Hunter, Dr. Naledi Pandor, Professor Stephen Friedman, Maulana Ibrahim Bam, Irfan Mangera, Siva Naidu, and Nonkulu Leko Ntambo. These are all going to be the panelists, and I'm sure it's going to be a huge a value add just to listen in and contribute to this panel discussion. So, with that, I'm going to be signing off. That brought us to the end of the Friday edition of News and Views right here on Salam Media. Have yourself a wonderful Jummah ahead, inshallah. And let us not forget that the ulama remind us as well with regard to this day, the importance of this day, the blessed day of Jummah as well, where we continue reciting abundant durood to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Surah Kahf as well, encourage as well. And let's just get closer to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Let's seek His mercy, let's seek His forgiveness, and also make dua for the world to be a better place. And with all the focus on Gaza, let us not forget the Palestinians in our du'as today, particularly at the times when du'as are accepted. And with that, I'm signing off. Great being with you. Have yourself a great weekend, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.